Hello, I am Anshul and in this video we will first talk about weighted average and after that we will discuss alligation, which is just another way to represent weighted average. Let's say we have four numbers 1, 2, 3 and 4. Their average will be sum divided by 4. 10 upon 4, that is 2.5. If there is one more number, if there is one more 3 in the group, now the weight of 3 is more as there are two 3's. Rest all digit have single entries only. So as 3's have more weight attached to it, it will have more influence over the overall average. Average will move towards 3. Also, as we have seen in the previous video, a number greater than the average is being added here. It will pull the average upwards. If we have 1, 2, 2, 3 and 4, now the weight of 2 is more, so average will shift towards left. Now look at this question. Find average age of a class in which average age of 14 girls is 25 years and the average age of 16 boys is 20 years. Average age of girls is 25 and boys is 20. So overall average will be 25 plus 20 upon 2, that is 22.5, and this is wrong. If number of boys and girls were equal, average would have been 22.5. But here boys are more than girls. So there is more weight attached to 20 than to 25. So average is going to be closer to 20 than to 25. It is going to be less than 22.5. Sum of age of girls will be average into number of girls. Okay, average is total sum is average into number of quantities. So sum of age of girls will be 25 into 14. Okay. Similarly, sum of age of boys will be average age of boys into number of boys, that is 20 into 16 years. Average of class will be sum of age of class, sum of age of all the students of class upon total number of students in the class. Okay, so total age will be total age of girls plus total age of boys upon number of girls plus number of boys. This is 680 upon 30, that is 22.33. Okay, and this expression is nothing but weighted average formula, which says C average is equal to C1 W1 plus C2 W2 upon W1 plus W2. C average will be overall weighted average. C1 is average of first group and W1 is number of members in first group. C2 is average of second group and W2 is number of members of second group. I hope this is clear till here. We'll see more examples soon. So there are 5 factors in this formula: C1, C2, W1, W2 and C average. It appears that there are 5 factors, but actually there are 4 factors only. We don't need to know W1 and W2 individually. Only their ratio is required. In this formula, take denominator W1 plus W2 to the left hand side. And with a little transposition, this can also be written as W1 upon W2 is equal to C2 minus C average upon C average minus C1. Now many students get confused in remembering this second format. If it was C2 minus C average or C average minus C2, C1 minus C average or C average minus C1, students get confused with this. Just remember that there is a positive ratio in the left hand side. So in right hand side, numerator and denominator should both be negative or should both be positive. Okay. So if left hand side is positive, right hand side should also be positive. Okay. A pictorial way to write the same thing is by using method of alligation. C1 and C2 on the top, C1 usually being the smaller of the two. Write C average below in the center. Make a slant arrow and subtract C2 minus C average. Another slant arrow and subtract C average minus C1. Okay. Ratio of these two results that we have got on subtraction is same as W1 is to W2, where W1 is quantity of first item that has average C1 and W2 is quantity of second item that has average C2. These two ratios are equal, so the result is same that we got in the second format. And this is the method of alligation which we got from weighted average formula. Both weighted average and alligation methods are one and the same, but sometimes one has advantage over the other. When C average is asked in a question, my advice is to use weighted average format. And when C average is given and anything else is asked, use alligation format. Clear? C average is asked, use weighted average format. C average is given, use alligation format. Okay? For example, here we have same question again in different words. Pause and go through it. Okay. Average age of a class of 30 students is 22 1/3, in which average age of girls and boys is 25 years and 20 years respectively. So we can spot first group as girls with the group's average C1 as 25 and second group is of boys with group's average C2 as 20 years. Overall average of the class C average is given as 22 1/3. We don't have number of boys and number of girls given to us. So W1 and W2 are unknown. Okay. But there are total 30 students. So W1 plus W2 is 30. Right. W1 plus W2 will be total students. Number of girls plus number of boys. That is 30. Now apply alligation. Write C1, C2 and C average below them. Now don't worry whether it was C2 minus C average or C average minus C1. Just subtract the smaller value from the bigger one crosswise. Okay. We get 22 1/3 minus 20, that is 7/3, and 25 minus 22 1/3, that is 8/3. This ratio is equal to W1 is to W2. So W1 is to W2 is equal to 7/3 is to 8/3, or we can say 7 is to 8, right? Number of girls is to number of boys is 7 is to 8. Out of total 30 students, number of girls will be 7 upon 7 plus 8 into 30, that is 14, and remaining 16 are the boys. That's alligation method. Now in this alligation method, a major pain point for students is to correctly identify C1, C2, W1 and W2. In the next video, we'll take care of that. Thank you.